Hard players. So officers of the goddamn law are currently looking for Chiefs player Rashee Rice. Now I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you. He done turned a big situation into a bigger situation by allegedly leaving the scene. It is ridiculous and a hot boo-boo shitty mess. Y'all grab your tea and have a seat. Let's get into it. So again, officers of the goddamn law are currently seeking the whereabouts of Chiefs player Rashee Rice in connection with a multi-vehicle accident that occurred yesterday in Dallas, Texas at around 6:20 p.m. Our bystander was able to catch part of the accident, and it appears that two vehicles, one a Corvette and one a Lamborghini, were driving at a high rate of speed when they lost control of their vehicles and caused this accident. Now, here's where things get sticky because the occupants of those vehicles did leave the scene without checking to see if anyone was hurt or anything like that. They just left the scene, and one of those vehicles was occupied by a mother and her 4-year-old son. They were taken to the hospital where they were treated for minor injuries. So authorities are currently seeking the whereabouts of Rashee because one of those vehicles was registered to him. So they want to question him about his involvement or who could have possibly been driving that vehicle if it was not him. Of course, we don't know who was driving that vehicle because, again, we haven't spoken to Rashee Rice, and the occupants of the vehicles left the scene. And that is a crime. You cannot leave the scene of a crash. You cannot do that. And then it's also morally bankrupt to leave the scene of a crash and not check and see if anybody needed any type of assistance. So again, I'm not sure if he was driving the vehicle or if that's even him. People are trying to decide whether that's him in the red do-rag there. I can't be too sure, but I'm going to say that because that was his vehicle, even if he wasn't involved or there, he needs to contact the authorities and explain what exactly is going on, because again, you cannot leave the scene of a crash. I don't know what's going on here. So if he was involved in that, he's turned a big situation, because it's a big situation, into a very bigger situation by allegedly leaving the scene. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure he's consulting with an attorney at this point to try to figure out what to do, and that attorney will likely get in touch with authorities and they will go from there. But to leave the scene of a crash site is a mistake that you should never make. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This is Double D Mother for the Black Accurate News.